We're underway, Marvel Stadium. Great to have your company on Mother's Day wherever you're watching around the planet. Atkins attacks it first up, gave it up to Stanley. Number one team in the comp right now, the Cats. They can be a game clear on top if they get the chocolate.
First 10 or 15 minutes at least. Not giving him 4 metres at a clearance.
I think the way they're playing him, Gerald.
At the moment, Stanley, nice pluck. Myers' kick is an absolute beauty, and the first shot of goal will come to the Cats, you'd think, from this.
Deeper, he's switched opponents. McMillan was picking him up there, and now it looks like it's Saswat Pittard.
So Clark gets it spinning a bit too quickly to get the distance, and he's hit the post, I think, out in the full.
Zipchi really motored to keep that alive inside the danger. Almost within his range, danger. At his best, he's got that kick in him. And he cranks up on that and drives it all the way home.
Yeah, great. Set it up for Patrick Dangerfield, and as you said, Roosie, he absolutely centred that one.
And as you said there, Jared, I think that was one of the great goals. So Godson, that is first class out of the ruck, out of the centre. Simpkins kick forward, and that is a good mark, and that is a good play out of the centre.
Been very efficient in front of goal.
So Larkey comes in, he's kicked 3 goals straight so far. Game number 5 today. He comes in, and that is good if it's got the distance, and I don't think it has. And once again, the Kangaroos playing really well to the tactic that they go wide, Geelong, and pushed them as wide as they could, got them over the fence. Here's a chance now, as a result of all that. Shot at goal is Pollock, and has missed. Geelong side with Hawkins. Now they get it out. Zeeble, 48 metres out, decides to kick to the top of the square. Brown, handball inside. Can they do it? Grabbed without the ball. No, umpire said, well, the young fella's a bit stiff. He could have had a couple of goes, but Higgins nails it in the end. Gets onto the left boot and kicks the goal.
The high half forward that sort of tends to get maybe a little bit lost in transition when he comes back in. You can see him here, gets a nice little sneaky handball and a good finish.
Once again, though, it's been like a highlights reel without the finish from Curtis Taylor. He's in the right spot again, as you said, Ed. Yeah. He could have picked this one up and allow your midfielders to get up. You're a chance.
Got to kick it mighty high to mark it. And Cunnington can't make it pay off.
Interested in this one, Roosie, whether this is a free kick. Looked a free kick to me, or did he get it on his boot?
Yeah. He had no prior. Brown doing the ruck work. Stanley got above him. Knocked it down to Simpkin. Kicks it central. Bouncing ball. No, it doesn't get a chance to bounce. We need more umpires out there. One just to get the measurements right. Oh. Hawkins out of the air. Kicks a ripper.
See, that's just, yeah, it's just...
The umpire's a lot closer than us, but looked like a push from there. Must have looked a lot different from the umpire's angle. But I want to go back to what caused this turnover, and that was Shaun Higgins. I'm a huge fan, as you know, Roosie, of Shaun Higgins, but he's got to be careful that he doesn't become a good-looking misser.
Yeah.
Because that kick up the middle of the ground, it just had to hit a target. And on the back of that, the Cats go forward.
Arms it long up to centre forward. Gary Ablett! And says no one's in front of him. I'll kick the goal. Will I know? He gives it across now. Get it back, Gary. Over the top, Dalhouse looks up and goes bang and puts it through. Great play and a bit of...
Intensity wasn't beautiful effort here. Just a little nudge in the back, but that one's okay. Wasn't as dramatic as the ruckman one. But here it is here. Knew he probably couldn't make the distance. Sums it up, gives it to Guthrie. Is that a freak? Oh, he's got rid of it, so no problems there. And a really good finish by Dalhouse.
And great.
Tries to break the tackle. Does it beautifully. Dangerfield to Ablett on the boundary. 48 and closing. He lines them up and kicks them out in the full. And the North Melbourne fans cheer that one.
No. Kick it long to the outnumber.
Back to Pollock within range.
And working their way up.
And he's on the right side for a lefty. And he misses to the near side. And that would have been nice to take in to quarter time. To travel straight to Dumont.
Oops.
Horrible kick from him, though. Hawkins took a netball step. Called to go by the umpire. Ablett on the run. Got there.
Comes straight off the back of skill errors.
Opens up the angle. 3 in a row, the Cats. And he is the best of the best.
So Gary Ablett is on Brownlow watch today with David King, with good reason.
Back to
He's
back.
got 2 goals. Look at this. This will bounce through. Oh. This will bounce through. What a goal for the Cats.
It'd be fair to say that most things are going Geelong's way at the moment. Have a look at this. Well done to come and pick it up. He's just launched that inside. Yep. No thought whatsoever kick a goal.
That'll do.
That'll do.
As Mike Williamson would say, this will have to go 90 metres. And it nearly did.
Radicalier, Larkey off hands, did well. Zeeble, big moment. Cunnington lets it float, but it's above. Higgins got it off to Cunnington. Open forward line for the Roos. Larkey's the 1-on-3 here. He's got 3 to beat Larkey. Oh. Does well. Can he kick the goal? It'll be a monster. He misses.
Wide to Henry. Henry's kick is a beauty. And right in the corridor, they might start wide, but they get it in pretty quickly. Hawkins was on in the goal square. Duncan in the end just kicks it across. Look, so we can clear things up. But Jordan Clark to make it 6 straight for the Cats. And that was enough to put him off. Look at this, back it comes. Now, Kolodjasny from 55 decides to go long, but it's offline. And through for a point. Forward there by Clark was a beauty. So, Luke Dalhouse goes short again. Parfitt. Myers can run, no one on the mark. He plays on, and easy as you like, puts it straight through the middle. And that's what we're talking about. It's one thing being fast of foot, you've got to be fast of mind.
Him to the ground and then ran straight back and picked someone else up and just left him by himself. So completely abdicated his responsibility. And the number of time use and their inability to kick a goal.
Zaha to Simpkin. Taron Thomas just off. Back on. Got his leg strapped. Gave it up to Larkey. Benny Brown! Got it. Punt here. He's going to banana it in. And he bananas it in. And kicks the door back open.
Ability to connect mid-forward. You're right about Taron Thomas. He's a star.
He's a beauty.
Yeah. And then one of the few times Brown's had a really good look at it.
So for all that, it's only 20 points the difference.
A dangerous player to leave free in that forward half.
So Gary's just looking at this ball, 25 metres off the pack, wondering which way it's going to go. Now he comes in. Look at him. There he is. 40 metres out, around the body, and Gary Ablett makes you pay. He read that.
Of teams to recognise this and just let a player of his calibre. Look at this. He's at this contest completely unopposed.
Good play by Gary Rowan, nonetheless.
Yeah. But we see it continually, though, don't we, Jared? The way teams now sort of are more of a take dangerous ground, etc., etc.
Yep. 5 minutes, Zaha heads to Curtis Taylor. Now Benny Brown's over the back. The kid waltzes in. Might get his first goal on AFL footy. Benny on the goal line.
Last behind. Throw in. Forward 50. Here we go. Goldstein gets the first tap. Guthrie hit it beautifully. Kelly and Ablett. Kelly says, I'll have a shot. And lines it up and puts it straight through the middle, if you don't mind.
Straight through the middle of this. He's got Gary Ablett, he's free, so that message hasn't got through to the players that Gary Ablett's a fair player and he needs some attention at stoppages. But you can't let Kelly off the hooks. If he's not the best midfielder in the game right now, he's also in the conversation. That is just quality. And his
right under Cam Guthrie, great play to get the ball out.
Simpkin takes off, gets them a clearance. Larkey can't get the rise, but he gets the crumb. Gave it up to Brown, gave it up to Taron Thomas. Outside of the boot, they get one back. Just in the nick of time. 2.5 minutes to half-time.
Yep. Player just gets a kick out. Really good one-on-one contest there. Bring the ball to ground. Great effort by Taron Thomas. Another release handball. Good one, Ed. You mentioned Guthrie's handball out of that stoppage. That's a terrific handball. Couldn't pick up who that North Melbourne player was. Was that?
Walks in from the gutter. Looks okay off the boot. It drifts. And that's almost a mark on the line. Has it been paid?
To check whether the ball's marked on the line.
Well, otherwise it's a score, so it is technically a score review.
And that is a mark.
The whole of the ball. This is very kickable for Jared Pollock. This is right in his wheelhouse. Bends it around and nails it. Big moment for North.
As you said, I'm not sure why the goal umpire can't make a